There might be situations in which a work permit application for one of your employees, or for yourself if you're an individual, or a study permit application, or even a permanent residency application may have been refused, and you are convinced that the immigration officer reviewing the file made a mistake. In those kinds of situations, a reconsideration request may be a good option to take. Hi there, welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer at GOOSELAW Immigration, where we help businesses with their employees' work permit applications and save them all from having to deal with the legal hassle. In this video, I want to talk about reconsideration requests. Where an application has been made, where somebody has applied for a work permit, a study permit, a visa, or for Canadian permanent residency, and that application has been refused, typically the applicant is going to have a few options. One of those options is going to be a reconsideration request. A reconsideration request, as the name suggests, is where you, the applicant, are reaching out, or you're having your legal representative reach out on your behalf to the immigration authorities, arguing that the basis of the previous decision, the refused application, was mistaken, and that the officer who made it may have overlooked some information that was there. There might have been a bit of confusion on the officer's part. There might have been just an obvious error that the officer made, and you are convinced that error been seen, or had the missed information been seen, that a favorable decision would have been made. In those kinds of circumstances, a reconsideration request is going to be a preferred way to go about trying to get the negative decision overturned. Now, in order for a reconsideration request to be effective, you have to be clear on the officer's reasons for having refused the application to begin with. And so it's always advisable to first get the notes, the officer's detailed notes explaining why they refused your particular information. And these notes are not going to be on the refusal letter that you'd have gotten. The refusal letter is a generic letter that does not spell out the true reasons for the refusal. So you need to get the notes, and then having got the notes, you would see what the officer's explanation is for the decision, and then based on that, you would have a clearer sense as to whether or not the officer was mistaken in arriving at their decision. And that then would guide you on whether or not you should be submitting a reconsideration request. Now, the advantages that come with submitting a reconsideration request is that, well, firstly, it is a much simpler application submission than would be an appeal. An appeal entails a judicial review. Technically it's a judicial review, but that involves, going in front of the courts, making legal arguments. That can be a much more expensive and time-consuming approach to take. While a reconsideration request is simply, gathering the facts and pointing out the mistake that the officer is believed to have made, and then forwarding all of that to the IRCC, the immigration authorities, and requesting that they reconsider the decision that had been made previously. Okay, and so reconsideration requests are typically going to be more straightforward. They're typically they're typically quicker, but that is not always the case. And there are no guarantees that the application will be reconsidered. The immigration authorities could come back and say, we stand by our original decision. It remains overturned. Go about your business. So it's important to understand that a reconsideration request does not guarantee you that your negative decision will be overturned. However, it provides an avenue for a decision to be challenged where that decision was made on an erroneous basis. Okay? So I trust you found value from this, and as always, Remember to like our videos so that you will see more videos when we publish, and that others will see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel and check us out at go.gooselaw.com. Thanks. See you again.